Greetings, Commanders. I'm Commander Avasa, and welcome to this week's AXI Debrief. This week, we saw the release of Beta 2 for fleet carriers, and I'm happy with many of the changes they received, from the reduced upkeep costs, and with the ability to have universal cartographics as an optional service to install. But I do feel that they are still severely lacking the ability to differentiate from a station, especially with the penalizing cost for convenience. Personally, since I home base out of Astrope and the need to have a UC on board my fleet carrier has zero uses because of the station, that doesn't take a cut, and for many commanders within the AXI, having a UC service on board really has zero viability thanks to our close proximities to stations. One thing to note though is that many of us are still trying to figure out what fleet carriers are trying to add to the game. Now, this is pure speculation on my part, and it's that I'm hoping that later on down the road with future content, we see the need for fleet carriers arise. One thought is that maybe pushing the fight into Thargoid territory, where in a lore sense would be impossible to build stations or even installations, requiring commanders to deploy fleet carriers to the front lines for an all-out assault into, say, the parts of the Col 70 sector. Something like this would then, in my eyes, justify the long development process of fleet carriers, and would make sense of the Thargoid storyline, since the Thargoid story kinda stutter-stepped alongside with the fleet carrier deployment. Pretty curious there. This is of course pure speculation from some conversations I've had with other commanders, and we can only hope that we're not going down a rabbit hole, and do see this as a sign of things to come. For the explorers out there, especially those working on the Deep Space Support Array, the ability to set up the rest point anywhere in the galaxy is game-changing for them. And of course, I'm sure Operation Ida will thoroughly enjoy having all the cargo space needed to assist in bringing long-range repairs to damaged stations, to say in the Pleiades, or the Witchhead Nebula, which will be easier for the commanders in the group to get those stations back online. One thing to note that during the beta right now is that there are AX conflict zones, but like the previous beta releases, they're really only being tested within the beta. So whenever the live patch actually goes live, the conflict zone just disappears, so giving all the commanders there a little bit of a heads up. This beta does bring with it more bugs though, and not the fun to shoot at kind. Our headquarters Ceres Tarn in HR 1185 is experiencing technical difficulties, and it literally forgot its name again. In the first beta, it changed its name to the Pale Horse Industrial Complex, and it again relapsed back for this beta. There is currently a bug report on the issue tracker for us to raise our pitchforks to ask it to be reverted, which we hope that our headquarter identity crisis will be averted for the live release. The odd thing to note is that other installations didn't receive the same treatment as ours, so could this be the work of a few Hug-a-Bug personnel? If so, we'll need to have ourselves a good old purge of the heretics. I would like to put something to rest, since we have noticed that there is still a bit of chatter concerning the Orthrus from Palin's old research center in the Maya system. FDev did confirm that the Orthrus was never meant to be in-game. And for those commanders that are still holding on to the thread that there is something deeper in the meaning, air quotes right there that I was doing, we can assure you that it was never meant to appear in the game. And that has been confirmed by Will during a livestream, and we'd like to also assure those within the AXI Discord that it is confirmed still in the image above. Okay, so let's put this to bed. Earlier today, Commander Vinny 500-300 did a small ship Hydra hunt, so if you ever are interested in these events, small ship hunts are actually quite fun. On Saturday, May 23rd at 1800 UTC, I will personally be leading a bug-killing basking session where we go out and pop a Hydra while riding around in the galaxy's luxurious phallic murder machines. So time to put that Imperial rank ride to good use, and join me that day to bring the Empress's Wrath to the Xenos. We will be using Commander Gluttony Fang's private group for this event, and will begin our operation in Astrope. Starting off this week's Commander Achievements is Commander Bruno Grimaldi for using his Chieftain to take out 2 Basilisks. Multi-kills are always impressive. Commander Halcyon faced off against a Medusa and 3 Cyclopses with his Chieftain, and again it is quite impressive to see these, high Interceptor kill counts. It's just amazing what these commanders are pulling off. Commander Autistic Inferno has 2 entries this week, and the first one is his 100% club achievement where he takes down a Basilisk without taking damage, and then he has earned his Vanguard rank with taking on a Medusa with an Asp Explorer. Asp in front of things. Commander Fencer earned his Vanguard rank with his Viper Mark IV taking down a Medusa. Quite impressive seeing these new Commander Vanguard entries going straight for the Medusa, so awesome job, Commander Fencer. So please congratulate all these commanders on their hard work, as pulling off any of these kills within this section requires immense skill and time and practice. The kill of the week this week belongs to Commander Vinny 500-300 for performing a Hydra kill plus 3 Basilisks. in his Federal Assault Ship. The Federal Assault Ship is a great ship to fly into AX combat, and Commander Vinny really shows out the capabilities of the ship, and earning himself the 4th spot on the ace board. So awesome kill coming from Commander Vinny. Now that's all I have for this week. We had the second beta of fleet carriers with the changes introduced that we welcome and look forward to the events coming up. The events are a great time to get together and just do what we do with a great group of commanders and just have a good time. Of course, please congratulate the commanders you see on screen now for achieving their first solo kills. And if you enjoy my content, please consider hitting the subscribe button along with that bell icon. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next one. As always, commanders, aim for the heart. Carry on.